France has had enough. According to people inside Paris fashion and political circles, Meghan Markle is no longer welcome to simply show up in the country and orbit its elite events the way she once did. This isn't about paparazzi fatigue or scheduling conflicts. It's about control. Paris fashion houses fed up with what they see as self-invited appearances and unwanted association have reportedly pushed for tighter boundaries, including behind-scenes pressure to stop Meghan from freely drifting into France during major fashion moments. The message is simple. Don't come back and don't attach yourself to a culture that doesn't want you. Inside the Paris fashion scene, the frustration has been building for a while. Designers, stylists, and brand executives privately complain that Meghan has a habit of inserting herself into spaces she hasn't earned credibility in. The criticism is sharp and consistent. She's described as knowing nothing about fashion, misunderstanding its history, and treating the industry as a backdrop rather than a craft. Worse, she's seen as someone who uses proximity to culture without respecting it. The word that keeps coming up is culture vulture. And the irony, insiders say, is painful. For someone desperate to be taken seriously as a tastemaker, her actual taste is widely mocked. Several designers have reportedly gone further, claiming that Meghan is actively damaging the Paris fashion ecosystem. Not because she has influence, but because her presence cheapens events meant to celebrate artistry and discipline. Invitations are carefully calibrated in Paris. They are signals of legitimacy. When someone appears without being properly embedded in that system, it creates resentment. According to insiders, Meghan's habit of turning up, aligning herself with designers she barely knows, and generating headlines that drown out the collections has pushed patience past its limit. What changed recently is that this irritation stopped being private. Fashion power brokers tired of playing polite are said to have leaned on immigration officials and event organizers to enforce boundaries. Not a dramatic ban, nothing written down, just firmer enforcement, fewer visas granted, less flexibility, no indulgence for last-minute appearances tied to Fashion Week. In Paris, influence works quietly. When the industry decides someone is no longer worth accommodating, access evaporates. This isn't being framed as punishment. It's being framed as protection. Paris fashion brands are fiercely territorial about their identity. They don't tolerate outsiders using the city as a stage for personal narratives. And Meghan, according to multiple insiders, has become synonymous with narrative hijacking. Every appearance becomes about her. Every outfit becomes a statement she didn't earn. Every event becomes collateral damage. That's why this development matters. France isn't just another country. Paris is the beating heart of global fashion. Being iced out there isn't symbolic. It's structural. Once Paris turns cold, Milan, London, and New York take note. The fashion world is small, interconnected, and ruthless about preserving hierarchy. And France isn't the only place drawing a line. In the Middle East, the door has already shut. Dubai, a city that thrives on global celebrity and high-profile partnerships, has reportedly decided Meghan is too high risk to touch. This isn't about modesty or protocol. It's about volatility. Dubai trades in image stability. It welcomes figures who elevate, not ones who bring unpredictable controversy. According to sources familiar with the region's decision-making, Meghan's name now triggers caution rather than excitement. The concerns raised aren't superficial. There are reportedly worries about financial entanglements, governance questions, and the growing clouds surrounding Archewell. Talk of IRS scrutiny and suspicious funding pathways has made international partners nervous. Even if nothing explodes publicly, the uncertainty alone is enough. Dubai doesn't gamble on reputational risk. It avoids it. Saudi Arabia has taken a similar posture. Once open to strategic celebrity engagement, the kingdom has shown no interest in Meghan. No invitações, no gestures, no outreach. The assessment appears to be the same. Too much downside, not enough controlled. In regions where public image is managed with surgical precision, Meghan's unpredictability is disqualifying. Taken together, these rejections form a pattern that's becoming impossible to ignore. Europe cooling, the Middle East closing ranks, fashion houses stepping back, entertainment executives going silent. This isn't a smear campaign, it's institutional withdrawal. And, at the center of it all, the personal situation appears to be fracturing. According to people close to the couple, Prince Harry has been noticeably absent. He hasn't been seen publicly alongside Meghan in situations where joint appearances were once routine. When he does appear, it's increasingly solo, and the terms of those appearances are telling. Sources say Harry is now only accepting interviews under strict conditions, including explicit promises that his marriage and Meghan's controversies will not be Harry-embraced the shared narrative. Now, he appears to be carving out distance. Not dramatically, not confrontationally, but he's in survival mode. He knows doors are closing, and he's trying to keep at least some from slamming shut entirely. Attempts to rehabilitate his standing in the United Kingdom have reportedly gone nowhere. Palace sources remain unmoved. From their perspective, Harry didn't just leave. He attacked publicly, repeatedly. There is no path back that doesn't involve consequences he seems unwilling to face. The bridges weren't merely burned. They were demolished. This divergence in strategy is reportedly creating tension. Meghan continues to lean into seats of confrontation, framing rejection as persecution and criticism as bullying. Harry, by contrast, appears to be trying to lower his profile, reduce exposure, and avoid further damage. Those approaches cannot coexist indefinitely. Meanwhile, Hollywood is watching and choosing its distance. Entertainment executives are notoriously risk-averse, and Meghan has become a textbook example of what not to engage with. Projects once pitched with enthusiasm have stalled. Conversations have gone cold. Agents are cautious, not because she lacks visibility, but because she generates the wrong kind. The fear is simple. Work with her and you're next. Next to be accused. Next to be dragged into a public feud. Next to be framed as an enemy. This fear isn't abstract. Several high-profile collaborations have already collapsed in spectacular fashion. Each one reinforces the lesson. The entertainment world doesn't reward chaos. It avoids it. And once someone is branded toxic, that label spreads faster than any praise ever did. What's striking is how consistent the language has become across industries. Fashion says she doesn't understand the culture. Middle Eastern partners say she's too risky. Entertainment insiders say she's radioactive. Legal observers say scrutiny is increasing. Different sectors, same conclusion. And this is where the reality becomes stark. Meghan is running out of places to go. Not physically, but institutionally. There are fewer platforms left willing to host her, fewer brands willing to associate, fewer countries willing to indulge her presence. Each accusation of bullying, each public grievance, each scorched earth response has narrowed her options further. For years, she built her identity around being excluded. But now exclusion is no longer rhetorical. It's operational. It shows up in visas denied, invitations withheld, meetings canceled, and silence where attention once flowed freely.